MotoMan, you remember when we talked back in March 2010, I told you to trust me?
Seems like years ago.
Yeah, well now it's not a V8, it's not rear drive.
You're killing me, come on.
But it's cool. Come on, let me show you something.
Okay, we did Targa together, I'll trust you. It's not big, but it's cool. It's like small car hip.
It's a long time coming, MotoMan. It's something we've always wanted to be able to, sink our teeth into a.
You said to trust you. I think it was an investment worthwhile. So how did it come about?
The minute we joined hands with Fiat, they said, we needed a small car platform. They would love, obviously the deal with the government. So let's have a 40 mile per gallon unadjusted combined car before the end of the year, and this was it. So we took the Alfa Romeo platform, widened it, lengthened it a little bit.
Stop. You took a what platform?
Alfa Romeo Giulietta.
And you've got a little bit of history with Alfa. Yeah. I mean, who was tracking Alfa cars?
It had a 69 GTV, which I loved. I miss it to this day. Anyone else have one out there, let me know. I'd like to buy one.
Don't. Every time you say let me know, I get like 5,000 emails. So for the avoidance of doubt, you need to build a manual transmission Charger, you need to build a convertible Challenger. So this is really the first time that you're doing, I don't want to sound political, but it's a cross-border deal.
No, it's a big deal. I would call it the first love child of the joint, of the marriage of Fiat and Chrysler. And it takes the best of both worlds. The engine technology from them, the platform, our design, our know-how of this particular market, and then obviously some great benchmarking. And our engineers just joined forces. It was great.
So when you first got the remit, I want to build a competitive small car, what were you thinking in your brain in terms of the way you wanted it to look?
Well, we've done a lot of research. We've been sniffing around this segment for years and years. Didn't really have a platform to work with, but we first started with our own staff. A lot of my staff are millennials. We said, hey, what would you drive? And Tim Doyle, designer of this, and Winnie Chung, who did the interior, they pretty much designed what they would drive. So it's very simple, and then we obviously backed it up with research, and our product planners have oodles and oodles of information about what this customer's looking for. I mean, we're coming last to the party, so we better bring a good bottle of wine, So.
But you have the power of knowledge now. Yeah. You see, the competitive landscape has changed in this market. Yeah. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was all Honda, Toyota, Honda, Toyota. Now it's like Ford and Hyundai. Yeah. And really? Chevy's very competitive.
You're absolutely right. The Cruze, the Focus, and the Hyundai Elantra, and we benefited from that. Obviously, we've seen what they've played, how they've contacted their vehicles. That's worked in. But also, we have the benefit of Fiat. They've been doing small displacement cars for a long time, and not quite this size, but very similar. So we were able to kind of grab that know-how again, come out with the benchmarking, and go for a home run. So
when we talked about this before Targa, you said it's going to be somewhat conservative, and I'd say it's kind of cheeky. It's fun.
Yeah.
But what did you do beyond that? Beyond the design?
When I would say conservative, I meant easy on the eyes. Something a lot of people can relate to. This car can be sporty, it can be luxury, really flexes. But the idea is that if you look at the laundry list of options of this vehicle, you'd have to go 2 segments above to get some of the stuff that is in this car. A lot of class exclusives that are starting out. The TFT screen, 7-inch screen in the cluster, infinite reconfigurability, largest touchscreen in the segment, storage from our journey, the underseat storage. A lot of clever ideas that have come from other segments. It's good for inner city security reasons. Huge glove box, which is something that comes from Europe. And then obviously on the exterior, we have some Charger DNA. You see the tail lamps, without question, are becoming a Dodge kind of signature thing. So you take all these different things, and I think the whole adds up to more than some of the parts.
And what was the laundry list? Did Sergio say, I want the design to sell it, I want value to sell it, I want performance?
Well, it's
how did it mix?
It's a combination of emotion, logic, good benchmarking from our product strategy team, and obviously some rope. I mean, Sergio gave us a lot of rope. Said, "Hey, take some risk. Make sure the car is a little bit on the aggressive side. Don't be afraid." So this car carries a Dodge DNA, I think, in an elegant way for a whole new generation of buyers.
You know the old cake analogy? Like someone says to you, "Can you take the egg out of the cake?" This is really the first time.
Once you bake it, it's done.
It's done, exactly. So here it is. Yeah. Fiat Chrysler, this is the first time.
So the minute we joined, we shook hands with Fiat and cut the deal, we started cracking eggs. It's been great. Ever since, the engineers have been forthcoming with data. We had the platform information literally within a week of everything going down. So we knew right away we had to start. So I didn't know exactly whether it would be a Chrysler or a Dodge, but we knew what size it had to be. We had some research in the can already from understanding where we want to be in the segment. So it was a matter of kind of letting that evolve. And of course, we had a few competing themes, but this guy from the beginning was a favorite.
You know what's interesting about you guys? You talk about the team. You say you and the team did this. Here you guys are coming out with this car. You came out with the Grand Cherokee last year, the Challenger, Charger, and really, it's all the same people. It's all the same team. making so much cooler cars.
Small team. No, we're very lucky. We've had, again, the team is like Navy SEALs at this point. We work well together, we work hard. Well, not much, we're the small sign office in the world, I think, for a major car company, but hey, that's what it's all about.